like out of nowhere, they have a very, very brief conclusion.
Alrighty, so
That was weird.
that quest is over. Let's see if there is any other quest to do yet. I don't think there is. I think we've literally done everything we can possibly do right now.
Yay.
There's a bunch of stuff we're going to want to do before we light the fire. And specifically, that is killing the people at these manor requests and doing the rest of that. So I think that's going to be our next big step. So I think we just have to go to the Elden Throne. Or not the Elden Throne. Which way is it? There's a way to get to the rolled route. I don't remember how to get there. Is it East Capital Rampart? No. I don't know. We need to get to the rolled route. We need to get through the area to the Forbidden Lands behind the Erd Tree.
Well, right now I'm a little distracted by the fact that, that's a no combat zone, but you can just step outside and you have a clear line of sight to the Nefeli.
Take the shot. Take the shot.
That's fascinating.
I'm like,
You can change history.
should I shoot her to see what happens?
I mean, her quest is over, but I want Gostock alive so I can buy that Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone.
Yeah,
so...
we'll test that later.
Yeah, we can test that
Sorry,
later.
We'll put a pin in that one.
Yeah.
We'll cut them later. Fun.
I don't remember where we have to go.
Science.
Do you, Illusory? Does anyone?
Hey, don't we go back to the same lift or whatever? Doesn't it? And then we have the thing now or whatever.
We're trying to
or
figure out how to
like-
get to rolled, but I don't know if we've been to rolled yet.
Oh.
Yeah, the rolled route is where we want to
Oh
go.
yeah.
But I don't remember how to get up there. Let me double check. I have a
Hello,
thing.
Bach. I see we haven't murdered you still.
Can't just call him that.
Not murdered.
Bach.
Lanedale
His
Royal
name's Bach.
Capital.
No.
He's my precious baby.
Where did everyone go? Just to Bach, I guess.
Well,
Where is he?
Do you not like? I'm the only one at Bach.
Okay.
Oh,
I
The
don't
rest
know.
of us are down at the
I thought
tree.
I thought I heard this is where you were going.
Oh fuck! I broke the chair.
That's fine. It
Don't
will
know where people
respawn.
went.
Wow.
We're
Well.
trying to figure out how to get to the lift of rolled.
Okay.
I don't remember. Maybe it is just at the Dectus lift, and
Yeah, isn't it reused? Yeah, that's what I
Why-
thought. Didn't
who-
you just go back and
who's
like
fighting?
take an alternate?
Yeah, who's
Uh,
fighting? What the hell?
Well, I was trying to run towards the objective from a
Wow.
place.
I'll save you.
Oh! I almost died.
Sure, let's go to Dectus, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, because I have a memory of it just being like, oh, that's weird. I thought it was. I don't know why, but I feel like I remember reusing the same lift, and that's what made it confusing.
Wait, where are
I
we
think
trying to
there
go?
is a lift that has 2 different keys to take you to 2 different places.
Yeah.
But where is Dectus?
It's right when you come up to the plateau from Liurny of the Lakes.
Oh, it's probably not that one. I feel like the secret
Yeah,
was
we
that
can hoist the medallion.
feel like
That's
it-
just the regular medallion.
Yeah, I feel like the lift that takes you to the ice area also has a second key that takes you towards like Melania, and that's like the double path.
Mm.
Yes, that is the double path. You are correct. Okay, so let's see something.
Oh,
I guess
The
I'm coming
closest
along
way
for
to
the
get up
ride.
to the rolled lift is to go to the Avenue balcony site of Grace.
Yeah, that was not. Yeah.
I'm falling to my death with 70,000 runes. There they go.
Sweet.
Well, not getting those back.
Why?
Because I spawned in midair when I got kicked out of the game.
It might be on the
Oh.
ground closest to where you were.
Yeah, that seems like the most likely outcome.
I guess this time I was above a kingdom instead of above the ocean. The last few times it spawned me above the ocean, so I just lost them forever.
Still, without solid ground, like your bloodstain should theoretically only, map to whatever last solid ground you were standing on. But
The problem is that you spawn in the middle of nowhere from being kicked out of a different level, so the game just loses its mind.
yeah, that's the one part I'm not sure about.
Yeah, we just have to go up through here. This is where we're going. Okay, I remember. I remember now.
Why did it even happen? So it didn't get kicked out of the world? It just spawned me in the air for some
It's because
reason?
did you teleport somewhere
No.
while a cutscene was happening?
I was walking around and then suddenly spawned in midair. So
Well-
I thought you terminated the server or something.
No,
And
so-
I'm confused. I'm still in multiplayer.
It's because
Yeah.
someone triggered the cutscene to move the lift up, which updates your position in game, but you were probably too far away from the lift to update you to where the lift was going. So you fell through the sky and died.
So it tried.
It was Kaz's fault.
It's just
I saw him
murdered
do
me.
it.
The code just murdered me at random.
Shenanigans.
Currently running towards my icon to see if there's anything there.
Where is it?
Avenue balcony, go up the stairs, and then we're heading up here. I'm gonna mark the map.
Am I stupid?
Probably gonna die from aggroing so many enemies trying to find it.
God, I was like, why can't I two-hand my weapon? Because I've been running so much Dark Souls 2 lately that I was forgetting to hold down the button. And then instead of just tapping triangle or
Go to the
whatever,
capital,
F1.
Andrew. Like, look at the capital.
What? West Capital?
No, just the capital, like near the tree.
Oh.
And then you'll see all
Okay.
the markers. Just go to the markers that are whatever's closest to that marker. Avenue balcony is probably the easiest one.
Okay. I
They
see.
are on the ground in the side of the second floor of a building for some reason? Okay. Sure.
You can reach him though.
They technically are somewhere. That's the first time that's worked. But yeah, the last few times I weirdly teleported somewhere, they warped me into the middle of the air above the ocean. I'm like, oh, well. Bet you're wondering how I ended up in this situation. Hello, ultimatum.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any tools for being able to see it in Elden Ring, but at least for the Dark Souls debug, there's a fun thing you can toggle which shows where your bloodstain will spawn. So like as you're running around, you can look behind you and you'll see it like chasing
just
after
see it
you on a
constantly
10-second
popping
delay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Is
if
it
you, like, go
every
on,
is
like,
it every 10 seconds? Is that when it updates?
Yeah, well, so it's like constantly, it's on a 10-second delay, like following you. So it's like kind of in real time
It's
following
like
you
where
around.
you were 10 seconds ago.
It's where you were 10 seconds ago. Yeah, so like it updates constantly, but it's 10 seconds behind. So
Gotcha.
you'll see it, like chasing
It's
after you.
it's like you're
but if
just
you get to
dragging
an
it behind you. It's like the shadow
Yeah.
levels of Celeste where the copy of you is chasing you.
Yes, and then if you get onto like an unstable platform, you like the rotating bridge in Anor Londo, like you'll see it not even try to follow you, like because like there's one chasing after you and there's one like mapped to your body, but the one mapped to your body you see gets left behind. You're like, oh, it's not even trying to follow me to this location now. Like this is like this doesn't count as somewhere it can exist.
This would just all be cursed place to put it. I think we're by the friendly dog. Ow! Not the big piece of thank you, dog. Oops. They never patched the friendly dog, did they?
No, he's friendly.
This boy friendly.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Is he right over here? Oh yeah, it's the guy by this misbegotten beast. If you don't attack him, the dog will stay
Oh
there.
yeah, he's just hanging. I love
Yeah,
him.
the dog never attacks you.
He's just fine.
Oop, I drank the wrong potion.
My organs are out.
Look at these guys.
Yeah, I don't know. Andrew and I went a different way, but there were items we didn't get here yet, so.
Chill dog.
Whoa!
Look at him.
That guy does a lot of damage.
He just needs a good meal.
This is an interesting area because there's ash and or sand here, even though the capital isn't burned yet.
Maybe they forgot.
Shoot.
I don't know. I honestly have never thought deeply
right,
about
fine.
this section of the game.
Maybe it's why the dog is so chill, because this place just has beach vibes.
It does have beach vibes. It's very weird.
This is bulletproof lore.
I guess this is where a bunch of Misbegotten are. I don't think this is the same ash color as when you actually burn the Erd tree, so I don't know what this is. Sound off in the comments below if you know why there's sand here.
There's a bunch of this surrounding the real version of the round table hold too, right?
I don't remember. I thought it was just rubble around the round table hold, but maybe you're right.
Yeah,
I
think
you're
the
right.
area
There
is all
is.
full of sand.
Yeah.
It just is sand on some level.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't actually thought deeply about it.
Maybe it's just snow from the mountain.
It could be weird snow stuff.
Because we're by the mountain.
Yeah, it's like precursor to being burned, which is strange to think about. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's like, oh, it's a little sandy here, then it's gonna be a lot sandier later after it burns. So
Effect preceding cause.
yeah.
Maybe it's just cocaine.
Oop.
This joke brought to you by the internet in 2002.
I was there once.
Yup. You can never
What was that?
return.
Had a weird smell.
And there it is, praying before this statue of this man, which might be Radigan pre-being Radigan. I don't know. I haven't thought very deeply about this either, but very interesting.
Praying at a
Like
weird
this
statue.
room?
So this
Is it the one weird undefined statue that's throughout the whole game?
This is not the one, but there are lots of them. This is so it's a statue of a man with cloth over his face or over his head. He's wearing like a veil. He has armor and is holding a long sword. And maybe this is like Champion Radigan before he was married to Marika. It's unclear. But the Misbegotten are praying to him, and the Misbegotten are considered the children of Radigan. So odd.
Oh. Creepy.
Very weird. I don't know if that statue
And the
exists
smithing
elsewhere in
stone's
the
behind
game.
the statue.
It might be.
Someone just had a fun stash back there.
Yeah, this stuff is all burned because this is burnt. This is like black ash. Maybe this is where they were burning Misbegotten, possibly. Oh, you know what? It's probably ash from the war, and the fire when the dragon breathes fire on the capital. That's probably what it is. I get it now. I understand.
The giant dead dragon.
Yeah.
Because there are burned houses here, yeah.
Yeah. So it's probably ash from that. I'm just dumb and didn't think about that until just now.
Well, we're gonna make a lot more ash.
Hooray.
It's foreshadowing for how the books are going to end exactly like the show did in Game of Thrones. And that's why he doesn't want to write them now, because everyone said it was bad.
I love that.
He like
I love that
he
theory.
snuck it to them under the table. Like, here's the ending, guys. Don't tell nobody. They make a whole thing, and everyone's like, "This is shit." Uh-oh.
Well,
Fuck.
yeah. So allegedly, the way Game of Thrones worked was the showrunners, got the outlines for the rest of the books, which we know are fully outlined. Like GRRM has outlined what's going to happen in them, and then instead of building off of the outline, they just kind of took the plot points and were like, "All right, we'll just do it in 7 episodes," and like that's how we got the very rushed bad
Which
version.
admittedly is a great way to make everything bad. Just
Yeah.
make it look like the Wikipedia article about itself.
Yeah. So, I mean, and George R. R. Martin has been very loud about whenever they do that with House of the Dragon. Like, he was very upset about changes that they made to House of the Dragon that were kind of summarizing plot points. He made this gigantic blog post that he then took down where he was like, sometimes, like, it's okay to truncate things, but the more changes you make to something as you truncate it, even if the events play out the same, if the characters are different, you have, like, more and more and more drift from your main plot until all of a sudden it doesn't resemble what you were building off of. And
You end up walking
He's right.
getting it.
yeah. And he ended up, like, writing this huge thing and, like, kind of tore into HBO. And it got taken down. He got it taken down because he was probably saying things he shouldn't have said, which is interesting. But yeah, so that's probably what happened with Game of Thrones. I think the big thing with Game of Thrones too is that like people, the issue with the final season of Game of Thrones is not the things that happen, it's the way that they happen.
Yeah.
So I think the books,
A
people
lot
will,
of it's just not set up and doesn't really function. It's kind of a disappointing.
Dude,
Whoa!
I totally forgot about this one.
Whoa.
It's a disappointing way to find out how Game of Thrones probably ends because it's like a really shitty version of it. It's like the equivalent of when I used to go to Andrew's house and he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to the movies with Joe later," so he'd just like read the Wikipedia article summarizing the movie in advance for whatever reason. He wanted to pre-spoil every movie of a movie that he was about to see, but it's like if Game of Thrones
No,
did that
it's
on
just-
purpose
it's-
to everybody.
No, it's for movies that I don't care about and aren't sure if I'm going to even bother going to. I'm not gonna pay money to go see something that sucks.
You were
So if
already
it's-
going.
Well, not if it was that bad.
Hold on,
Like, you
let's
just
go over
read it
here.
online.
You don't know if it's good
see
or
how
not.
that-
You're just reading a summary on Wikipedia. That doesn't tell you if a movie's good.
It's enough. You can tell.
I'm just
I would
imagining.
rather probably look at critical reviews rather than the plot synopsis.
I'm just imagining
Guys,
reading the plot synopsis.
there's a
of
place to
Long
go
Legs
to.
on Wikipedia.
It's dark in here.
The
Spooky.
world is black now.
Oh,
Nice.
the world is a vampire.
Yeah, here we go. The
What
twins.
the fuck?
I forgot
don't
about.
remember this
Huh?
part.
I forgot
I
about
don't
this
remember
fight.
this.
I
Yeah,
thought they were really small for a second.
this is on the bridge.
Yeah, me
Just a little guy. You gotta kill them fast because more are gonna spawn.
too. Yeah, how many? Wait, they didn't specify how many twins.
Well, yeah, they fell.
Oh.
Get wrecked, nerd.
So there is
That's a lot of fire.
a very interesting indication in the game files, I believe, that implies that this was supposed to be a dual Morgott and Moog fight before their like plot in the game was slightly changed. So, kind of cool. But now we're just fighting.
Back when they weren't supposed to be the same person.
Well, no, Morgott and Moog
Oh wait,
aren't the
I
same
mixed them
person.
up. I mixed up a bunch of people. Yeah.
So
I think
currently,
Margaret and Marguerite. Fuck.
Omen Killer Rollo. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell, used to summon the spirit of Omen Killer Rollo. So Rollo was like the head Omen Killer. This is actually a relatively good Ash. Spirit of Rollo, known as the first Omen Killer, once a famous perfumer, Rollo imbibed a physic to rid himself of emotion, thus enabling him to enact his nightmarish labor, haunting the Omen. As we know, his nightmarish labor was being conscripted into the war with Mesmer. So he was a perfumer under Mesmer's command. That was his nightmarish labor. We wanted to unlock this just so that we can come back here when we... I think this is actually... Oh, we might be able to activate Morgott's Rune here. I'm not sure.
Sudden Four Kings callback.
But yeah. So the other thing is that so Moog's current model is called, I believe, in the game files, Greater Demon. I can't remember exactly what its name, but it's something like that. Which implied that
rude.
the character that we know now as Moog, Lord of Blood, was meant to be a different enemy that would serve as that boss in that area. And they just didn't have time to make his model, so they reused that model. And that is why there are two Moog fights. One is a spirit, one is not. That's also why the Fell twins here are not Margit or Morgott and Moog, but instead just two omens that you just randomly fight on this bridge.
My foot fell asleep.
Okay, we can do two. Interesting. There are two
Get rid of it. Cut off.
great runes here. The twins. So this is Morgott's rune, and then this is Moog's rune. So this is their divine tower, and you do both of them at once because they're twins, which is kind of neat.
We killed them both. United once again in death.
Just like the rest of their family.
Yay.
That's nice.
We finished the
A happy ending.
genocide.
All right.
Really, we bring people together.
Yeah.
It's true.
Especially in the ending where we burn everything. as a treat.
Moog and Morgard are twin brothers. Their great runes are naturally similar. Moog's rune is soaked in accursed blood from his devout love for the wretched mire that he was born into, far below the earth. Now, it might actually be beneficial for people to... I'm going to look at Moog's great rune. Because you guys are doing bleed builds, I think this has a bleed effect, but I don't remember what. What does it do? When in your world, summon spirits from spirit ashes automatically gain buff. Oh, it's just spirit ashes. Never mind. All right, now...
Greatly raises maximum HP, Morgott.
Yeah, that's the one I'm going to use because it's very useful. Once you're past the benefit of the other thing, you're fine. Okay, I'm going to go back to Divine Tower of East Altus Gate, and we're going to run back and then go up the lift. But yeah, Moog's rune isn't useful for players or even summoned players. It's just for ashes. So it's... I mean, we could. Some of you guys are running an ash build, aren't you? Where you use the dried bouquet as one of your talismans. So it could buff your guys. It makes them heal on kill and then gives them blood loss. Or buffs them for 30% damage and heals some of their HP whenever you inflict blood loss, which you guys are doing a lot of. So it might actually be good. If you just give that to your mimic and then you guys bleed everything, every fight will be over in 5 minutes.
How gross can we make this?
God.
Just infinite feedback loop on the bloodbath. What's the bleediest a spirit ash?
Something. Let's look. Probably the sisters from the DLC, now that I think about it. Yolan and Anna, because they both have bleed weapons. That's my guess. Either that or Fanged Imps. Or Albinoric Ashes, because one of them has a Ripple Axe. That's my guess for bleed. Alrighty. Forbidden Lands time. This area is really small, and oh shit, there might actually be something. Hold on. I'm gonna go up the lift. Yes, actually, guys, come back. There's something right off the lift that we forgot to do.
Should we activate the bonfire real quick?
No, it's fine. We're not gonna die. So look up above you. There's a room. There's a room right up there. We want to. We want to go in there. This is a big lore important.
I don't think I ever found this. Ah!
All right.
Wasn't expecting the gap.
Oh man, what is
Grandpa's dead.
Well, you fools.
You didn't
Find
say
the gap.
jump. Usually you can walk off of lifts. Send it back down.
We can't. You
I
guys have
can't,
to get
'cause you
back.
made it.
can't.
You guys are gonna have to
we're
run back
just like
anyway. So
I should have activated that bonfire.
maybe you should have, but maybe you should have not died. You dinguses.
We're not. I didn't die. He died. I'm activating the
why-
bonfire so he can teleport here now.
Yeah, geez, Keith, why didn't you
Christ.
activate it?
Uh-huh.
Come on.
Yeah. Verbatim, he said, we're not gonna die.
We're not. It's
Uh-huh.
not my fault that it happened.
Yeah, he
Cost dead
he
as
said
fuck.
where.
All right, I activated the new bonfire car.
We didn't die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't die, which was
New
correct.
bonfire car.
Go?
Yatta!
Welcome to the cuck chair.
I wish we were both all standing here to block Keith so he would have fallen.
Wow.
So we get the official's attire off of this, which
With friends like
indicates
these.
that this person is a magisterial official to carry out their grim tasks, surveillance, executions, gruesome rituals, the darkest duties drive the wheels of mankind. So this person is surveilling whoever was inside this room. And this is a very important room.
Who's in here?
You'll see. There we go. So we go in here.
Let me in.
And this is like an official room. This is an important looking room, right?
Ooh.
And if we pick up an item in here, it is the Blade of Calling. This is Melena's dagger. It says, Dagger given to one who set out on a journey to fulfill her duty long ago. The power of its former owner, the Kindling Maiden, is still apparent. The one who walks alongside Flame shall one day meet the road of destined death. And then the unique skill is Blade of Gold. Leap into the air, charging the armament with golden flames that are then shot at the enemy as a single blade-like projectile inflicts holy damage. So the implication here is that Melina was given a dagger. She had a duty to fulfill a long time ago. She was the Kindling Maiden, as we know, Mesmer's younger sister, and anyone who walks alongside the flame will meet the road of destined death because, of course, Melina was the Gloam-Eyed Queen, and possibly even an official in the capital at some point or another. That was probably like the rest of her siblings. She probably held some important status, but she was closely under watch from all of the others, everyone else in the capital, the entire time. So that is a little piece of interesting information about Melina. The Blade of Calling is a very cool weapon. It is basically just the Black Knife Assassin dagger, but not warped by the blade or by the Rune of Death.
Just hop on down, Andrew. It'll be fine.
No.
It's a good thing I activated this waypoint. Otherwise we'd
Yeah,
have to run all the way
it's what
back
everyone
here.
was it's what everyone was telling you to do.
Uh-huh. That is just a trap. They just trap you in a room where you have to die if you're doing like a no warp run.
Are there any rings, or any rings? That's not what I meant.
This is Sonic.
Are there any dragon cult things that are useful for me right now? Yeah. Sorry, I'm equipping more spells.
I always forget the Great Runes exist.
They do.
You're not runing?
We do only have 3 so far. It's like the humanity stuff, but it's so like abstracted at this point that I just kind of forget the steps involved. Like I would sit there and I would unlock every rune at all of the towers, but I'd never I'd never actually use a rune arc in my playthroughs.
I barely use them, and I maxed out my rune arcs from endless co-op.
Yeah.
There's like items and stuff, and I think there's a jail we're gonna want to do at some point, but for the most part this area is really small and minor.
Here they come.
Yeah, we're just kind of moving forward.
The Blessing of Blood. Every time it kills an enemy, the user of the Great Rune will be healed 10% of their maximum HP.
It's their ashes.
And they get a Lord of Blood's Exaltation style buff whenever anyone nearby bleeds for 20 seconds.
Yes, but it doesn't apply to other players. If you're talking about Mohg's rune, it doesn't apply to other players.
Yeah, it's just for the summon.
Yeah. But I want to be clear, the summon it refers to is Spirit Ash summons, not like PvP summons or anything like that.
Yeah. And then it does another upgrade whenever you successfully invade it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
Where's this guy going? Over here, man. He doesn't hear me. I'm gonna sneak up on him.
We just need to summon 3 friends, and then we can have 6 wheels. Like a truck.
There we go.
Follow the sound of the blenders, you'll find them.
Cave or cliff? Cliff.
ominous choose your own adventure like page turn
Cave or cliff? It was a cliff.
option. Oh, that's poison.
Oh, you found forest burn.
Mm.
Oh wow, that activates really quickly.
It does.
It's deadly poison, I think, technically, which is a different kind of poison.
Yeah, I seriously not have anything to make more anti
Oh no.
poison stuff. Okay, well that's fun.
All right,
Well,
guys, I'm about
Just
to
drink
do
several flasks for
the
fun.
funniest shit.
I'm gonna use like a divine blessing right now just to make a good status effect go away. It's like the most like wasteful use of an item. Who cares? I'm never gonna actually use that shit during a boss fight.
Because you're afraid to ever use it when you actually would need it.
That's for your mimic. You put it on your hotbar and then summon your mimic, and it lets your mimic heal forever.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh,
Whatever,
gonna
it'll be
be
fine.
Oh, because your mimic can use anything on your hotbar and it doesn't actually get consumed.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's the
It's
trick.
just like my approach to spells. Mimics are kind of dumb.
You're kind of dumb.
Damn. Dang. Bro.
How could you?
Oh, I forgot they had Beast Claw. Oh god, there's so many of them. Hello, help. Hello.
I'm looking for
I'm
my
coming.
divine blessing to put it on my bar.
I'm coming.
I don't know if I have a divine blessing. Let's see.
It's called Gift of America, I think.
Yeah.
I have one blessing of
American blessing.
America.
Yeah,
that's-
that might be it.
Yeah, I decided to not use mine in the end. I was like, well,
Is it not common like it was in the previous games?
No.
Is it like a unique item?
It's a unique item, yeah. There's only a few in the game. I don't know if you can craft them. If you can, that could be cool, but I don't.
I'm pretty sure you can't, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna use it at random when I think I'm trying to drink my flask.
Hell yeah.
That's a good idea.
Because they're both golden bottles.
Yeah.
Bottles.
Didn't even do anything.
I'm gonna kill the blue one up here so that I get my blestis
YouTube's
back.
just yelling at me like, you know, creators who turn on automatic ad breaks get more money off of ads. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's what the concept of running more ads does.
There's a golden seed up here.
But I
Well,
also
if you're new
remember
to YouTube,
previous.
maybe you don't know that.
But I also remember previously when YouTube would it's not whether or not you know it or not. It's just common sense. Like when you tell a thing to keep running ads at random, it's gonna run more ads than you did manually probably. But I also remember like while streaming, you get that suggestion like, wow, this seems like a great time to run an ad right now, and like the algorithm supposedly guessing at downtime or whatever. I'm like, this would be a terrible time to run an ad. This is a very important moment. Fuck you.
I wonder if
The
it's
answer-
going based on audio.
It's
I
not.
wonder
It's
if that
just
would-
timing. It's just timing
timing?
to figure
I
out
think
how to
it's just lives,
maximize.
Yeah.
Maximize
Ultimately,
viewership.
I don't want live stream ads outside of joining the stream because that sucks. That sucks to just randomly get interrupted and just lose a whole chunk. It's annoying. So I have no intention of turning that on.
Yeah, I think Twitch like straight up nerfs your channel if you don't pick
Yep.
a certain.
If you
amount
don't
of
leave the
ads.
defaults on, it decreases your
Yeah.
monetization and cuts you out from algorithmic stuff. And
All these websites hate us.
I mean,
no.
I figure in this particular instance, it's just like that is kind of the point. It's how you make money off this.
They gotta. It's expensive to run streaming.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even
my God.
even think it's them having to pay for it themselves. Like that's not what I'm saying. It's more like I feel like most people know if you're unsubbed on a stream, you pay for a sub to get rid of ads. You know, if you don't want to use a more complicated ad block method. just is
They
the way it
broke all of
is.
those now.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what they do. None of them works. They should stop trying.
Ow! That hit harder than I thought it would.
Whoa, that's a cool spin.
He's not even losing health from my perspective, so I have no idea how this is going.
Me
No,
too.
no.
He's at about a
down to
quarter
like
of a
full
health.
quarter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the pizza
Time
cup
to
will work
die.
eventually. Okay.
Hell yeah, now he's on the ground. God. It's a lot.
That's gonna kill me. Am I still alive?
Oh my god.
Okay.
You're like 1
Just gotta
HP, that's
believe.
wild. Oh damn, whatever that was, that really hurt him.
Whew.
All right.
Free
Gargoyles,
shit.
black blades, mended with blackened corpse wax, deals holy damage, such as the mark of those who serve Malekith. Black blade. So these guys we now discover are in fact agents of Malekith. Wow.
Oh good, I don't feel bad killing him.
Oh yeah, just getting the Estus back after the killing the group just reminded me. Someone that I've been talking to who like a smaller Souls YouTube channel, just put out a really good video that I would basically just describe as another Dark Souls dissected, where in Dark Souls 3 you get Estus after killing enemies randomly.
Mm-hmm.
And no one's like ever figured out how that worked before until now. Like,
Did they
it's taken
figure it
that
out?
long for yeah, they figured it out. They did the deep dive.
Nice.
There's one bit of a remaining mystery on whether or not like it has a working pity system. Like the drop chances might continue to climb if you don't get it, but that there's a bit of a question mark on like how effective that is, if that
Yeah.
system's really working.
Now,
But yeah, it was the first time like anyone's ever been like, yes, very discreetly, this enemy has a 3% chance to drop.
drop more
It doesn't
Estus.
class- And yeah, like so they
Interesting.
went through and like had all the exact drop chances for all the enemies. It's not using the item lot system for drops, so like luck doesn't affect it. Like there's like you can't.
You can't
increase
use
the
item,
odds.
discoverability or anything.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Interesting.
just its own completely static system, and sometimes it's kind of arbitrary how it's set because like sometimes it'll be like this has a chance to give you 2 Estus back or give you an Ashen Estus and the regular Estus. Like it's like pretty hard coded like what kinds it can give you, and sometimes it might give you both. It might give you one or the other. Like it's just kind of like arbitrary how it's set up. But yeah, I thought that was cool to see. So yeah, if you ever want to look that up on YouTube, that's now there. The channel's called Solar Pellets.
I live!
Welcome back
Turn back.
from death.
Ahead lies the land of the giant's flame.
That's all to say that without knowing how it worked myself, early on people were wondering if it worked like the humanity from Dark Souls 1. It's like, oh, does it accumulate on a point system? But I remember one test I did early on to prove that it didn't work that way is I just kept starting the game over and over. I would use Estus on the first, like as soon as I got it in the tutorial, and kill the very first enemy of the game over and over on the fresh save file, until one time it refilled my Estus. I was like, okay, that's proof that it's completely random. It's not building up to it, because like, if the first enemy sometimes gives it to you, rarely, then yeah, it's just RNG.
Yeah. So there's one thing here I want to comment on really quickly, and it's that this finger reader crone, if you talk to her, which you don't need to do, her dialogue is pretty straightforward, but she says, turn back, forward, like ahead of here is the mountaintops of the giants. This is a forbidden land. To bring fire to the Erd tree would be a cardinal sin. It is the first cardinal sin. And to do so would unbind destined death. It would awaken the Black Blade and bring death back to the land. She then ends this by saying, surely whoever led you to come this far was not the fingers, for they would not have you do something like this. Now, I think most people will say, like, well, the fingers are guiding us. You know, we are trying to kill enemies on their behalf, and we've been in the Round Table Hold. But I think that a lot of people miss that what she's referring to here is Melina, because Melina is the one who told us, like, to come here to the capital. She's the one that is ultimately who brought up that she is moving beyond the lands of the Erd Tree in order to possibly set fire to the Erd Tree. And it is yet another tie to the fact that Melina is, in fact, the Gloam-Eyed Queen, and it was her power that was stolen by Malekith.
We're trying to... Oh, she's gone.
Yeah, I just sat at the bonfire to
We're
reset
trying
myself.
to banish her from her home.
So now we can go up. Everyone get on the plate before anyone hoists a medallion.
Okay.
Get on the gate. I meant lift. Oops.
I thought I said plate.
We're all here.
Greetings.
I've been hoisted.
There's also been theorizing that the two fingers we meet in the Round Table Hold isn't the same exact two fingers as the ones that, you know, guided Merrick or guided the Round Table Hold in the past, which is evidenced by the fact that the Round Table Hold that we go to is not the same as the actual Round Table Hold in the capital. But there's not a lot of information about that or like anything that we can really concretely conclude. So. You know,
And I got completely confused earlier, forgetting that like no, it's not. You don't reuse the lift to get to the mountaintops of giants. You reuse the lift later on to get further into the mountaintops.
to the Halig
back
tree.
the back. Yeah, like duh. Okay.
All right, I think we're gonna try to do Mount Gelmir stuff next, so we can finish all the assassination missions and then finally. Oop. It's just playing the cutscene for everyone.
In the cutscene again.
I think we should all be able
But
to
now
skip.
the asset's missing.
Yep.
I don't
Very
like
weird.
This. Okay.
Gabe's freaking out. We're stuck in a loop.
Because a few of us lifted the thing at different times, slightly different times.
I like
So,
this
think it was-
this view right here. I just think it's cool. It's cool to see the Erd Tree this high up. It's very easy to forget just how fucking tall everything is in this land. We're pretty fucking high up right now.
And the tree is still overhead.
It is. The tree is huge, but this is about as high as you can get to look at the tree, as far as I know. I mean, you can obviously go to the cauldron, but like, yeah, this is pretty big. We're pretty high up. These truly are the mountaintops. I think I mentioned this during the DLC part of the playthrough, but one of the cool things about the Divine Towers is if you look at them on the map, someone did discover, obviously, that they're all circling the area where the Land of Shadow would be. But also, they are arranged in a spiral, and they go from they go from lowest to highest as you go around the area. So just another cool, interesting piece of DLC stuff there. Some more foreshadowing that was kind of baked into the original game.
Why are the towers surrounding that area?
I mean, if we understand the makeup of the world before the Lands of Shadow were cleaved from the Lands Between, it's possible that they were originally used by the Hornsent, and they are religious monuments to their belief in the spiral, and they serve some kind of divine or religious function for them that was then overtaken and usurped by the Two Fingers when they worked with Marika to achieve divinity and take over the Lands Between. Marching ground during the war against the giants, they carved winding paths in the cliff walls right up to the summit, leading to the untrodden, snow-laden region beyond. Now we can see.
Are these trees also so old they became ghosts?
It's very possible, yeah. Yep, that's what it seems like.
I dig it. Ghost trees.
How old are these deer? Jeez.
At least as old as the ancestral followers. There's a lot of interesting lore to this area and the enemies that we meet here, specifically the Zamor, which were sort of allies in the conquest against giants. Here is Shabriri having taken over Yura's body. This is a fun one.
You must not forget, though, those who partake.
Fuck! He's not talking correctly.
Do we all need to rest at this?
No, it's my file is bugged. Yura never progressed from his original dialogue about Dragon Communion,
Wah,
You
wah.
must
I have a
not
talk
forget
option.
those who part out.
Yeah,
do
but
too.
if you talk to him,
Yep.
does he talk about Dragon Communion?
Yes.
You must not forget, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, God damn it.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go do something stupid, I guess, because I never did this. I haven't traded in a Dragon Heart, and that's a dialogue that he has if you don't trade in a Dragon Heart, I think.
Yeah.
So I'll just do Dragon Communion once.
All right, let's all do Dragon Communion once.
I did it many times.
Where's
You're a
the
dragon slut.
Yes.
There's a Church of Dragon Communion in the island next to Liurnia.
Yeah.
Church of Dragon Sluttery.
I feel like that would probably have a lot of members,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
if their internet's to be believed.
The draconic knob gobbler.
Oh, actually, this actually doesn't have anything to do with that. It has to do with the game thinking that I never killed the bloody finger near Murkwater Cave, so I might have to banish you all really quickly. So I'm gonna do that.
Seems kind of rude.
I just got here. Throat.
Let's
Didn't like
see
that.
if going here kills Nereus. I don't think it will, but I have to use a furl calling finger remedy, I think, in order to do something or other.
You trying to get the enemy outside of Murkwater Cave to appear?
Yeah. Come on, Nereus. I know that he died, but I think it should be fine.
Were you dead when he died or something?
No, I was here. Let me just really quickly.
I wonder if we all have to do it in our own games or something fucked up, like if it didn't
Oh, that might be it.
for all of us.
I did. I
I'm
just.
gonna go check outside.
I did just realize that we can, I think, finish Selen's quest as well if we want to.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think we can.
I want to say that we did actually all fight because we were worried about stuff being broken earlier. I think we
Yeah.
actually did split up and all fight the invader outside Murkwater Cave on our own.
Yeah.
So I have a vague memory of like some of us having a harder time with it and taking longer, maybe.
I thought we did it as a group because I thought it freaked out.
Yeah. Well, the thing that's weird to me is that if I go to the Zamor ruins, Yura isn't here unless you guys are in my game. Oh no, now he's here. Okay. Maybe I'll try to talk to him right now and see if he's still fucked up.
Finally,
Oh, he's not.
the tarnished. Who would be Lord? Oh my. Why the long face? I fear that you were previously acquainted with this vessel. Well, that is most unfortunate. For he is dead. As for his flesh, he gave it to me. Shabriri, I hope you can make your peace with that.
So if everyone wants to talk to him, he should be there at the Zamor ruins where we just were. But if he doesn't show up for someone, that's the person whose quest is broken, and that keeps fucking up my game.
He won't.
Yeah, I was gonna
fucking
say
care.
I think that's what it's got to be. Is one of us is the weak link in getting him
Don't
to
say
show
like
up.
that.
me.
For me, he's here, but he doesn't talk.
Sit at the
He's here
bonfire
for
and then
me,
talk to
but
him
he won't
again.
talk.
I did.
Still doesn't talk.
Yeah, then you two are probably the ones that didn't
He's got his
trigger
hands over
dialogue.
his face.
Yeah, that's just how he stands there. He's covering his eyes because he's Shabriri, the eyeless.
Oh no, he won't talk to me here either. So I think it did fuck because I know I for sure like I definitely killed the invader
Interesting.
and talk to him at every location. Like I don't know. So that's weird. Don't know what's up with that.
You were about to sacrifice
Co-op
something
mod.
precious, the life of a fair maiden, that you would toss into the fiery forge, only so that you may be lord. What a horrible thing to ponder. Your ascendancy requires her sacrifice, whether she wishes it or not. But how would the Lord, crowned so, be looked upon?
But I just clipped the camera into his face. His
Chosen,
eyes are fine.
tarnished, and would be Lord.
Liar.
The
Dare
phantom
to tread
pain.
the path of true rigor.
He's
Spare
faking it.
the poor girl, and singe your own flesh in her stead. If you are prepared to show resolve,
Can't
and
not
attain
keep turning
lordship
Metal
through
Gear Solid
righteous
3 into
hardship,
Metal Gear Solid 3 Dung
heed
Eater
the
in my head
words of
now.
Olay.
That's the name of that game now.
Shabriri,
No.
chosen, tarnished, and descend into the depths far below the Erd Tree capital. Seek audience with the three fingers and the flame of frenzy. If you inherit the flame of frenzy,
Should we rejoin your game
flesh
now?
Yeah,
will
give me just a
serve
moment.
as
Oh
kindling,
shit. Okay.
setting you on the righteous path of lordship, the path of the Lord of Chaos. Burn the Erd Tree to the ground and incinerate all that divides and distinguishes. Ah, may chaos take the world. May chaos take the world. Chosen Tarn, descend and
Okay.
seek audience.
I'll open my world back up. There we go. So yeah, he basically just says like, how horrible would you be to become lord by sacrificing their would-be maiden, whether or not she wishes to be part of that? How would the world look upon a lord who were to kill someone so that they may be crowned? And then he's like, so obviously you should become friends with the three fingers and burn the world to a crisp. So, you know,
That's
that's
way better. People would love that.
yeah. So he's a crazy person. He's not a very good dude. Okay.
It's like the Elon Musk of furries type move.
You must not forget those who
It's so weird that talking to Shabriri while you guys are in the game does just make Yura come back alive. He's just it's different voice.
We saved
everything.
him.
He just turns back into their character. Sometimes it's like it's still him. If you just play the right song, it's like Grandma's back.
All right, so this is the Zamor ruins. The ancient hero of Zamor is right here. This is just a regular enemy. These characters have
Yeah.
like interesting lore. They're people who allied with the Erd Tree on destroying the giants, like they're ancestral enemies of the giants. It seems like, for the most part, those people, like the Zamor people, are the indigenous people of this area, I guess, possibly, and that the giants kind of seated on their territory or something, and that's why they don't like each other. There's some sort of beef there. It's unclear exactly what it is. It's not super well outlined in the lore, but
I don't
it is
feel like giants
something.
would make a good neighbor. They do seem really rowdy.
They did believe in the Fell God, which is the god of like fire and bad things. So you know,
never good when you're
The god
neighbors are
of
putting out
bad
fire.
stuff.
yeah, it's like an angry god is like maybe the best way to put it. And the giants are cursed with their faces, the faces of the Fell God being on their bodies. And it is also very possible that that is why Radigan has red hair, is because the Fell God cursed him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
damn.
the funny face
Whoa.
on his belt.
Ow. I didn't even see the enemy. I heard they have to use CG to nerf Zamor's bulge in the movie.
What movie?
Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, that's Namor. Actually, I was gonna
Yeah.
say before. Yeah, the name always makes me think of Namor. Actually. It's
Yeah.
just, like the one letter pivot.
Oh, they have a lot of health. Oh.
I is it upsetting that I knew what Keith was talking about instantly?
Whoa!
Oh, God, that was a
lot of
really big attack.
damage.
I could not get out of that attack. That's the first thing I learned about Wakanda Forever, is that they supposedly CG'd over his dick to make it less prominent in the tights.
Maybe they should have made tights that weren't so prominent on showing dick.
The cowards.
Didn't we
The
learn our
costume
lesson
design-
from Antichrist?
The costume designer was right. They should have let him cook.
Antichrist, the movie with like Willem Dafoe.
The Lars von
Yeah.
Trier film.
Yeah.
That was not a great time.
Where
Isn't
they
that
had
the
to get
movie
a
where-
dick double for him?
Yeah, that's the movie where Willem Dafoe had a dick double because his dick's like upsettingly large, according to the director.
Upsettingly large. Okay.
Now, how much
bud.
do you have to pay the director to say that about you?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
that was
How
the
much
real
money
power
did he
move
pay
there,
for
yeah.
that? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get the marketing department to say he had to get a double.
That's been editorialized a lot, but I do know that I know people who like literally know about the background of that production. They're like, yeah, the biggest problem, the weirdest problem of all of that is that people tell that story as like Willem Dafoe's dick is too big. It's monstrously huge, and it is. But the reason why it was a problem is because he's trying to frame a shot, and he wanted it to be close enough to like focus the camera on one thing and make it look weird. And Willem Dafoe's dong was too big and didn't like. They literally couldn't make the shot work because it was just too big.
Okay.
You couldn't fit
So
the whole
that's-
thing in frame.
It wasn't too
That's
big that it
fine.
made
So-
him look like a freak. It was just bad for the
Yeah.
shot composition.
Literally,
Yeah,
like
that
it's
totally
like
happened.
bad for the film. I mean,
It's a
I don't.
perfectly normal
Okay.
monster dong.
But so basically, they had
Yeah,
to recompose the entire shot. So the shot that we see in the film, like the cut of all this stuff, is like slightly different than like what he was originally going for. And they ended up using a body double because it was just like a ton of work and stuff. And yeah, it was like a real thing, thing that happened.
He must be really disappointed that he wasn't allowed to see his genitals get mutilated on the screen.
I like how
it must have
there's-
been awful.
There's gonna be some people watching who have never heard of this movie and are just like so fucking
Don't.
confused at what.
I've still
what
never
we're talking
seen it.
about.
All I know about it is Willem Dafoe's dick, and there's like a CG fox that I think talks. I haven't watched any of the Depression trilogy.
Yeah,
Dancer
People
in
have
the
been telling
Dark
me
is
to
very.
watch.
I
I've
would
been told a
recommend
lot
Dancer
to
in the
watch
Dark.
Melancholia.
Dancer in the Dark is very good.
Fuck Lars von Trier, just getting that out of the way.
Yeah, fuck that
he
guy. He's terrible, but
he's
also
terrible. He did make good movies.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe, call me.
If you don't want to watch
Green
his stuff
Goblin
because he
voice.
sucks, that's fine. You know.
You can
But,
use, you
What?
can use the Green Goblin voice during.
The
Yeah.
mask can stay on. You can keep it on.
Yeah, you can keep the mask on. It's fine.
we don't want to go that way yet. I want to.
Okay.
I'm looking for the tomb, the crypt that was pointing to, but I don't remember exactly where it is. I need to look at the map and see where the fuck we are, because I'm like super. I just like have been
So we're
running in
not
a
trying to
random
cross the
direction.
bridge?
No, don't cross the bridge yet.
Not yet.
There should
Cross
be
that bridge when we get to it. Haha.
Yeah.
there should be a tomb around here or catacomb or something. I just
No, that's not it.
it points up here. Where the fuck is it? It's pointing upwards that way.
That's quite the spooky trident thing.
Yeah. So maybe it's up above. I think it is up above where the giant is. I don't remember how to get up there. Have we actually fully explored this fucking area? We have not.
No.
Yeah, there's like this side of the mountain type situation we want to get to.
That's a big bird.
That's a big bird. Let's kill that bird.
Whoa!